What can we do here? What happened? I'm still thinking. How is it my opponent's turn already? Oh my goodness. Is this Pokemon TCG Live? Is that what it is? Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicleknight channel. This video is sponsored by PTCGO the best place for you to get Pokemon TCG code cards. And please remember to use my code KNIGHT22 at checkout so that you can get a 5% discount. Please enjoy the discount and your purchase directly supports the content I create in this channel. Thank you guys so much for your support and for your supporting PTCGO. In today's video, we'll be showcasing Zacian VSTAR from the Crown Zenith set. It has two powerful attacks and the main one is Break Edge. For 2 metal and 1 colorless energy, it deals 200 damage. And this attack is not affected by weakness or resistance or any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, making this attack unblockable, which is pretty insane. And its V-Star power attack is Sword Star. For 2 metal and 2 colorless energy, it deals 310 damage, but it does 30 damage to itself. With the help of the Choice Belt, you can deal 30 extra damage against a Pokemon V, and a total of 340 damage pretty much knocks out any VMAX Pokemon in the game. I am using two different basic Zacian Vs in this build. The first one is this one with the Intrepid Sword ability. It ends your turn, but you can draw 3 extra cards. And if any of those cards are basic metal energy cards, you can attach it to this Pokemon, which helps sets up for your Zacian V-Star in your following turn. It also has the attack Brave Blade for 3 metal energies. It deals 230 damage. However, during your next turn, this Pokemon cannot attack. But with the help of Air Balloon, you can decrease its retreat cost by 2, so you can just pivot out of the active spot, switch it back to the active, and you can technically keep attacking with this Pokemon every single turn. The sad thing about this card though, it is rotating out when Scarlet and Violet releases, but we do have a replacement with the new Zacian V, although this one is not as strong as the original. It has 2 attacks. The first one is Piercing Strike. For 1 metal energy, it deals 40 damage. But this attack is not blockable. And 40 damage is a little lackluster, but to be able to attack for a single energy can actually make all the difference. And the second attack is Behemoth Blade. It deals 100 plus damage, and if you're attacking a VMAX Pokemon, this attack deals 260 damage instead. Accelerating energy to Zacian V-Star is actually pretty simple. We can use Zacian V's Intrepid Sword ability to set it up early on in the game. We also have Metal Saucers to accelerate basic metal energy cards from the discard pile to one of our metal type Pokemon in the bench. And we also have this Klinklang with a Triple Gears ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you can search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. It is a stage 2, but setting it up is actually fairly simple. All you need is a basic Klink set up on your bench, and perhaps with the help of Peony, you discard your entire hand, but it allows you to search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards. This is where you find your rare candy and also your evolution incense, so that you can evolve into Klinklang. And what's also nice about Zacian V-Star's attack is that it doesn't require all metal energies. So you can just fill in those colorless energies with other energies that you like. What we're gonna do is add in water energies in this build in tandem with the Lake Acuity Stadium so that Pokemon with water energies attached to them will take 20 less damage from attacks. And we're also gonna pair that with V-Guard energy. As long as this is attached to your Pokemon, that Pokemon will take 30 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V, as well as Radiant Guard of War with the Loving Veil ability. All of your Pokemon will take 20 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V. So with all those modifiers in effect, Zacian V-Star can actually take 70 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V. So not only are we attacking for a lot of damage, we can also tank a lot of hits. I did include a few copies of Coding Energies in this build as well, in case we encounter fire type matchup so that we can remove our weakness. And finally, I also have Snorlax with the Gourmandize ability. While this ability will end your turn and this Pokemon is in the active spot, you can draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand. So along with Zacian V's Intrepid Sword ability, the draw engine for this deck is pretty strong. The only matchup I think this deck will have a hard time with are the top tier single price builds such as the Regigigas deck and the Lost Zone deck. But other than that, Zacian V-Star is pretty powerful against other decks, especially against Pokemon V matchups. Anyways, that's pretty much it. The complete deck list will be in the description below. And now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Zacian V-Star. Alright, so we're gonna be able to go first here. We are gonna start this one with a Clink in the active spot. Alright. No other draw engine in sight. We have 2 bosses to order, but no draw supporter. This is really, really bad. I don't know what's going on with Pokemon TCG Live, man. This is awful. We have 1 energy. We could probably use Call Sign, but we can't use it on our first turn. And my opponent can probably just donk us by knocking out our Clink on their very first turn, going second if they can attack for 50 damage. We get 2 extra cards though. Nice, we got a Zacian V. That is what we need, man. Beautiful. Alright. Got a switch. Nice. Let me put a Coding Energy on Zacian V for now. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use Intrepid Sword. Alright, nice. Got Water Energy, Rare Candy. If we can get our hands on Peony, we can actually start attacking this turn, or on our next turn. If we use Peony, well, we're gonna lose Metal Saucer, so that's not good. Let's see what we could do here. I can put an energy on Clink, retreat. But we can't use Metal Saucer once we retreat back, because we need that Pokemon in the bench to actually use Metal Saucer. So what we need to do here is probably put Water Energy on Zacian V, use Lake Acuity to increase our defense, and then we're just gonna use Boss's Order to stall a little bit. They are gonna deal 40 damage to our Clink. Okay, we got a Clink. Oh, we have Clink Clank. That's actually really good. But they have 300 HP, and that is really, really bad. 300 HP. Really, really bad. Okay, what I'm gonna do is just stall, actually. Let me just put their Blissey into the active spot. I'm going to put this Metal Energy on Clink. And I'm going to retreat into Zacian V. Use Rare Candy to evolve Klinklang. And we're just gonna get 3 energies from our deck. 1, 2, with Water Energy to put onto Zacian V. And then we can increase our defense with Lake Acuity. And we're just gonna... I mean, I don't have to attack. I could just stall because I don't want damage on Zacian V right now. So I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword. Alright, we got a Marnie. That's really good. Okay. I don't need to attach this Metal Energy, so I'm just gonna draw into it. We can just put it back to our deck using Marnie, and maybe we can set up another Clink Clank along the way. But we did lose that opportunity to deal some damage to our opponent's Blissey V. And if they have an energy, they can actually attack this turn. Okay, they're gonna use Berry to draw 3 cards. And they're gonna use Switch. Okay, so they're gonna deal a lot of damage with their Blissey V, but not quite enough, I don't think, to knock out our Clink Clank, but I could be wrong. Blissful Blast for 130. It was enough. It was enough to knock out our Clink Clank. Okay. Well, that puts our Zacian V in the active spot. And we got a Radiant Gardevoir, and that's really, really good. Let me put V-Guard Energy to increase our defense. Use Marnie. Shuffle that to the bottom and draw 5 cards. While my opponent does the same, but they draw 4 cards instead. We got another Clink, another Zacian V. We can use Metal Saucer to put 1 Metal Energy to our benched Zacian V. And what we're gonna do is just... I'm gonna go for Brave Blade this time because... yeah, we have really little choice here. Now what I could do is use Air Balloon to retreat back to Zacian V. But we don't have any energy. If we have another way to get a Klinklang, that would be great. We can just retreat back to Zacian V, my other Zacian V, and deal a knockout blow against their Blissey V. But with the Lake Acuity gone, our defense, our 20 defense is actually gone now. And so we can only tank up to 250 damage at this point. So if my opponent can deal 250 damage, we can say goodbye to our Zacian V. But we can actually spare some energies and just retreat back if we need to. Although I'd really like to reserve that because once and if we do evolve into Zacian VSTAR, we can attack and deal 310 damage. Capture energy, okay. And we're not too worried about Miltank because once we evolve into Zacian VSTAR, we can just go through that defense. We will just ignore that ability from our opponent's Miltank. Okay, they're just gonna attack. They deal 110 damage at this point, and they don't have any energies. Bro, we got a Klinklang. What are the chances of that, man? That's insane. Okay, I'll take it. So what I'm gonna do actually is just yeah, I don't think they can add any more HP to their Blissey V. So what I can do is just put an Air Balloon here and just switch into the other Zacian V, use Rare Candy, evolve into Klinklang, and we can deal a knockout blow against their Blissey V. So we have enough energies. Let's see. Can we put spec the board? Okay. Yeah, I think that's all we need. I'm just gonna reserve the other 2 energies. I don't want to overuse it, and if we end up needing more energies, at least we'll have those. So we're gonna go ahead and use Brave Blade to deal a knockout against their Blissey V. And so that will reset their other Blissey V because that one doesn't have any energies. We got Peony. And we can actually use Peony to get Evolution Incense. We can evolve into Zacian VSTAR. And we can attack this Miltank and just go through its defense. And go from there. Alright, nice. So my matchups are not going to be the greatest, of course, because I'm still making my way up the ladder. But at least we are showcasing this Zacian VSTAR along the way. And hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. But my experience so far with Pokemon TCG Live is it's alright. It's not the greatest. It is it is really glitchy. I gotta give it that. It's really, really bad. But yeah, with this Peony, let's just grab an Evolution Incense. And I think I'm gonna go for Professor's Research. That we will have more cards in the next turn. And we're gonna get Zacian VSTAR. We only have 1 in the deck. Okay. That's good. We have 1. And we'll evolve this. And we're just gonna attack with Break Edge. And it ignores all effects on your opponent's Pokemon. So you just knock out this Miltank, ignore its ability, and we get an extra prize for that. Very nice. We got Lake Acuity. And there is no, I don't think my opponent has any other Pokemon that can deal enough damage to knock out our Zacian VSTAR. But despite the high HP of their Blissey V, we can just use our Sword Star VSTAR Power Attack and deal a knockout blow. 1-hit knockout their Blissey V. But let's see, my opponent's probably just going to concede here because there is no way that they can pick up where we yeah, there it is. There's the concession, and that's a match. Good game. All right, moving on to our next match. All right, this one we're gonna start with a Zacian V in the active spot, and we have a few energies on hand, which is really nice. We have Quick Ball, which is a plus. We can use Intrepid Sword on our next turn. We do need to set up our Kling Clang, and we get an extra card for my opponent's mulligan, and we got another Quick Ball. All right, that's really, really good. So now we can use that to get a Kling Clang. Oh, bro, Regigigas build. This one, I'm not too confident that we're gonna win this one, because we're taking one prize at a time, but my opponent is dealing a lot of damage. So I don't know. We can tank a few hits, but that's pretty much it. So let's see how well we do here. So my experience so far with Pokemon TCG Live on the desktop version, I've actually been playing a lot on my mobile device, and that one's not too bad. The only downside is that you can't use, you can't flip it to horizontal mode, or what's that term? Anyways, yeah, it's only on portrait mode, and it's all right. It's not too bad, but yeah, this desktop one, the background does get a little bit in your face sometimes, and you can get really dizzy if you but overall it's all right, but it really requires a lot of refinement for sure. So what I'm gonna do here is just use Quick Ball. We got another Zacian V, so that's good. I'm just gonna discard this Metal Energy. We have Metal Saucer, so we can use those to energize our Pokemon. I'm going to set up my Clink, and all we need really is a rare candy to evolve into a Klinklang. We can have Evolution Incense, but I'm going to reserve that in case we can evolve into Zacian VSTAR. I'm going to use Lake Acuity. I don't know if I should use Quick Ball right now. I mean, I could. Let me just go ahead and sacrifice Lake Acuity. That's fine. And I think I'm going for Snorlax just in case, and I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword here. I can't retreat my Zacian V. Got a Klinklang, all right, and a Marnie. So that's pretty good. At least we have Marnie. We can draw extra cards on our next turn, and we can use Metal Saucer for sure to put an energy on Zacian V on our bench. Dude, they're just gonna pass. That is insane. So that's really bad for my opponent, because now we can just use a rare candy, which we got on our top deck. That's cool. So let's go ahead and get 2 Metal Energies and a Water Energy. And we're just going to put it all in the active. And then we can use Metal Saucer to put an energy to our other Zacian V. Let's go ahead and use Evolution Incense to get Zacian VSTAR. Evolve our active. Use Marnie. That's going to help out my opponent, but still, we can knock out their active in the process. We're not going to be able to use Radiant Gardevoir here because my opponent doesn't use any V Pokemon, so that's going to be useless. I'm just going to go ahead and get another Klink. And let's just inspect our deck here. We got 2 Klinklang, Peony, Evolution Incense, 1 rare candy left, 1 Lake Acuity, and 4 energies left in our deck. Okay, so it's good to always know what you have in your deck. And what we're gonna do is just use Break Edge to deal a knockout against the Regigigas, dealing 200 damage, and that's gonna get us our first prize. Okay, another Klink. So we used up 1 rare candy, so we should have, I mean, we have this rare candy, so we should have, we have 3 in the deck. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. But they are building up their Regis on their bench for sure. And they need the metal one. They have Professor's Research. Okay, they have 2 Aurora Energies on their discard pile, which is what they need to power up their Regidrago. There's the Quick Ball. There it is, guys. Wow. They are just rolling here. Registeel to complete the team. And they're dealing 190 damage with a Choice Belt equipped to their Regidrago in the active spot. There's the Regigigas with the Ancient Wisdom ability, putting those energies to Regidrago. And see what we can do here. They're gonna deal 170 damage to Zacian VSTAR, thanks to the water energy. We actually negated 20 damage, but that's pretty much it. What can we do here? What happened? I'm still thinking. How is it my opponent's turn already? Oh my goodness. Is this Pokemon TCG Live? Is that what it is? Oh my goodness. Are you serious? It gives you like 10 seconds to think about what you're gonna do. That's not right, man. That is not right. Alright, let's use Metal Saucer. Put that there. Bro, that's not right, man. That's not right. Put Clink Clang in play. I can use Marnie. Let me use Marnie. What was that? Bro, that's not right, man. Go ahead and trash that. And I'm just gonna Gourmandize. Okay, we got Ordinary Rod. We can probably recover our Zacian VSTAR back. And few water energies, metal energy. That's fine. Okay. Regigigas to deal bench damage 40 to 2 of our benched Pokemon. Probably gonna target Clink because that's the easiest one to knock out. But they are not. Oh no. They're dealing 40 damage to our Zacian V. And with 180 damage. Okay, alright. We're still okay. We're still fine, I guess. We got a switch, alright. Go ahead and use Ordinary Rod to get Zacian VSTAR and these 2 energies back to the deck. Might as well just get another Zacian V, that's fine. Okay, where are we at here? Let me put a Metal Energy on Zacian V. Switch into this dude here. Marnie. Okay. Okay. We're not even knocking out this guy. We're only dealing 100 damage. What in the world? Bro, what just happened again? Are you for real? This game is stupid. This is not right, man. You know, if you're gonna speed up the game, you can at least do away with all of this shenanigans to put the cards and just do a button press to do your actions. You know what I mean? Wow. I'm getting really frustrated with this. Really bad experience so far, guys. Not good at all. We put this here. We retreat back to Snorlax. Energize this Zacian V. We go ahead and bosses order their Registeel. Let me just put this over here. Gorman dies. And that's it. I have 16 cards and I have yet to see my Zacian VSTAR that I just shuffled back to the deck. Come on. Come on, man. Seriously. This game doesn't let you think. It just rushes you. You have 19 minutes and seriously, it forces you out of your turn. It's ridiculous. What's the point of this 20 minutes? What is the point of this 20 minutes? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Wow. Give us back our PTCGO, man. Oh, what have I done? This is horrible. 16 cards left. Nothing to show for it. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Just use Professor's research. Alright, we finally got our Zacian Vs. Finally. And let's go ahead and evolve this to increase our HP. And let's just continue to knock out their Pokemon. That's what we're gonna do. Tank a bunch of hits. Take a bunch of prizes along the way. All they need to do is boss our Klinklang and then just use their Regigigas to deal a knockout and win the game. Regi is gonna force us to not be able to attack. Okay, that's really bad. That is one good thing about this Blizzard Mind attack, though, is that it prevents your opponent from attacking. So, despite this one not having any... it's unblockable, but if it can't use that attack, it's actually not good either, so... Okay. We do have Metal Energies in our discard pile, right? We have one. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and put this Water Energy then. Put Manaphy here. And what I'm gonna do is just get Metal Saucers. We don't have Metal Saucer, what? We don't have Metal Saucers. So let's force ourselves to switch back out. All right, and Break Edge, knock out their Regice. But we are within knockout range, so we are gonna lose this one already. Yeah. 130 damage is all they need. Clara to recover their Pokemon and deal a knockout blow for the win. Bro, but you know what? We could have gotten a few knockouts already. It's just this game is stupid, man. It forces you out, man. I don't even see the time on top because I'm looking at my cards on the bottom. And I can't see the whole screen. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. And we're gonna start with a Clink in the active spot. Okay. Man. Pokemon TCG Live is... it's horrible. Pokemon, fix it, please. You're forcing us to transfer here because you're putting all of the new cards in this TCG Live, but you're making it unplayable. It's insane. Alright, another Mew VMAX build. Alright, that's what I'm noticing, guys. In the Pokemon TCG Live, they're putting a lot of... There's a lot of Mew matchups, so just keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice Lake Acuity. It's not as important as us setting up our Zacian V, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up 2 of these actually. And we're just gonna Intrepid Sword. They can attack next turn if they need to. But for now, I'm just going to sacrifice this Coding Energy. No. The boss order for another Radiant Garbo is good. Get another Zacian V. And then what I'm gonna do is attach the V-Guard energy on 1, and I'm gonna use that to Intrepid Sword. Okay, we didn't get much. We don't have metal energy in the discard pile, so we can't use Metal Saucer. But we can use Evolution Incense with Rare Candy to evolve into Clink Clang. Hopefully my opponent does not knock out our Clink. So for them to attack, they actually can use Psychic Leap, which deals 70 damage. Okay, they're gonna use Escape Rope, which is good for us. And did I mention I hate the Psychic background? It is very dizzying. And it's hard for you to look away because you have to check up the cards that you're playing and also your opponent. And you staring at the screen is horrible. This is a horrible background, guys. We should have an option to turn it off, but right now we don't have that option. And like I mentioned before, probably Pokemon should just focus their attention to this background. That's one, for you to turn it off, or for you to customize it and not focus too much on the avatars, because the avatars are pretty much useless. You don't really see them until after you win. So forget the avatars, forget all the clothes and whatnot, and focus on the table here, the board. That's my opinion. And then of course this is still the beta. However, yeah, the quality of these cards are really horrible right now. Okay, they're just switching back and forth. They have 3 Genesect Vs, 2 Mew Vs. Like I said, they can only use the Psychic Leap attack for 70 damage. What I could probably do is use Peony to deal a knockout against this Mew V while it's still not evolved. Let's see. See, and this background stays there. At least change it when it's your turn, you know what I mean? But it's not gonna change until another player puts a different typing of Pokemon, which is pretty stupid. So what I'm gonna do for the sake of my eyes, I'm just gonna switch my Zacian V so that we can remove that. That is crazy. Let me use Evolution Incense, get Cling Clang, use Rare Candy to evolve, fully energize my Zacian V, and yes, let's use Triple Gears, put 2, and Water Energy. We only have 1 energy left in the deck, so we might have to get the prize. Use Coding Energy on this Zacian V, and then what I could do is use Peony to get an evolution incense, and Professor's Research for the next turn to get us more cards. And what we're gonna do for now is just evolve into Zacian VSTAR. We only have one, so one is prized. And we're just gonna go with that. We can knock out this Mew V in the active spot using Break Edge, which goes through any defenses here. And that's gonna get us 2 prizes. And that actually sets them back, because now one of their Fusion Strike energy is now in the discard pile, and they cannot use it. And what that means is that even if they copy Meloetta's attack, it's not going to deal as much damage because they don't have enough Fusion Strike energies. They're going to evolve into Mew VMAX, and that actually becomes a potential target for us. As of right now, they need to deal 300 damage to knock out our Zacian VSTAR, because we do have our V-Guard energy to give us 30 more defense. So they need to hit for 300 damage to knock out our Zacian VSTAR. So far they've already used up 2 power tablets, so they can't deal enough damage. And like I said, because they discarded, or we discarded, the Fusion Strike energy once when we defeated their Mew V, or knocked out their Mew V, they can't deal enough damage to knock out our Zacian VSTAR. So we're looking good. We also got our Zacian VSTAR from our prizes, so that's an additional plus for us. And we can evolve this one, this Zacian V, on our bench into Zacian VSTAR, and go from there. And these Genesect Vs are easy target. They only have 190 HP, so the 200 damage that Zacian VSTAR deals is actually enough to give us a knockout. They're gonna target our Kling Klang. Thankfully, they were able to boss it in the active spot, removing that dizzying background from the psychic types. So that's one thing. That's one thing I don't like. If they just copied the PTCGO, it would have been better, I think. When they just focus on the attack animation is actually really cool. I prefer the attack animation more than the background. Forget the background, even if it's like stale, it's fine. It's fine. I'm really okay with that. But just focus on probably the attack animation. That would have been the better option. Okay, we got this Zacian V, Radiant Guard of War to increase our defense. And how many switch do we have left? We have one more switch in the deck. And we're just gonna pass. I'm just gonna pass. Okay. Like I said, my opponent has no way to deal a knockout blow against our Zacian VSTAR. So we should be okay. I mean, that extra 2 damage counters because of the old cemetery is really bad. They can target that, but at least our fully energized one should be okay. With Radiant Guard of War in play, they have to hit for 320 damage at this point now. So technically, this Zacian VSTAR still has 270 HP. And we're just going to attach the V-Guard energy onto it on our next turn to give it 300. But I don't know, this old cemetery is still in the way. I might have to use Professor's Research to draw into Lake Acuity. Did we destroy? Yeah, we should have 2 more Lake Acuities in the deck, so we should be fine. But now they're gonna be able to attack. Do they have a boss order, or maybe Cross Switcher? I wonder if, is this modified? I don't know. Is this a modified deck? I have no idea. So there's a lot of different versions of Mew VMAX builds. Some use Cross Switchers, some use Pokemon Catcher. There's the boss's order. They're gonna target something. They're gonna target that Zacian V to get an easy knockout. Well, we have Radiant Gardevoir, so the only attack they can really copy that deals enough damage is this Techno Blast, but minus 20. We actually survive an attack here. Okay, so they're using Mew VMAX to deal damage to Zacian V, but it was enough. Wait, how come it dealt 220 damage? Which attack did they copy? Did they use another power tablet, or they use? Yeah, they did. They did. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this Zacian VSTAR in the active spot, and let's put the V-Guard energy to the Zacian VSTAR. Bro, that's really bad decision there, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. What I'm gonna do is use Professor's Research. We don't really need a lot of these cards already. And I'm just gonna put Clink in play. And we're gonna save that air balloon just in case. And we're just gonna use Sword Star. And that should hit for 310 damage, right? Yeah. That's it. 310 damage, knocking out their Mew VMAX. It deals 30 damage to our Zacian VSTAR, but that also gives us 3 prizes. Got another Zacian V, another energy, and we have boss's orders, and that should be enough to knock out their Meloetta to get our last prize. And even if we target their Genesect V, we should be able to knock it out as well, getting us our last prize. So there's no way my opponent can win this one. We have a fully energized Zacian VSTAR on our bench. And we can even put our Zacian V from our hand in play. Put an air balloon on Radiant Gardevoir, retreat it, and we can even attack with Zacian V. And we have Klinklang to evolve into. We have Rare Candy. So as long as we have energies in our deck, we should be able to energize our Pokemon easily to deal another attack. So really, we have 3 attackers set up here, and we can just knock out any of them. And there's the concession. Good game. Alright, let's get into another game. This is the last... I think this is my last showcase for Zacian VSTAR. I mean, so far you've seen the consistency of this deck. It's alright. It really depends on the RNG, the cards that you get, that you start with, but... yeah, it is what it is. We're going against Hisuian Samurott V. So it only requires 2 energies, and they can easily knock out our Zacian V in the active spot. They are going to end their turn. We got a Marnie. Bro, that's really good. Let me go ahead and just use Quick Ball. I'm just going to burn through our cards here. Get rid of that. I'm going to set up my Clink. Put that on the bench, and then... I'm gonna go ahead and use Quick Ball, get rid of Zacian VSTAR. I'm gonna get another Zacian V set up on my bench. I may have to sacrifice the one in the active spot, put the Coding Energy on the bench. I'm gonna use Ordinary Rod to recover these 2, and then I'm just gonna Marnie. Alright, let's Marnie. Okay, looking good so far. We got another Clink, a Radiant Gardevoir to increase our defense. Put the Choice Belt on this guy, and then I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword with this guy as well. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have a boss's orders. That's really bad, because if they do, they can just target the one on the bench. But regardless, we still have a Zacian V that will survive. All we need to do is get a Klinklang going so that we can energize our Zacian V. So, okay, Eternatus V. What was that? Discard up to 2 Pokemon tools from your... oh man, that's really, really bad. Okay. We have to get rid of this Hisuian Samurott quickly. Let me put Snorlax here, put an air balloon here. I'm gonna retreat back to Snorlax. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Professor's Research. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice those. Okay, we have an energy. Let me go ahead and put an energy here. Evolve into Zacian VSTAR. Play like a cutie. And then we're gonna draw 3 cards anyway, so I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword. Maybe we can get an energy. We did not get an energy. But we can evolve into a Zacian VSTAR on our next turn. So even if they knock out our Snorlax, I'm gonna reserve this Choice Belt because they might just discard it. They do evolve into Hisuian VSTAR. Okay, they're gonna use their VSTAR ability. Deal 40 damage to Snorlax. And they're just gonna attack and knock out our Snorlax. Okay. So that's their first move. They will get 1 prize for that. Let me go ahead and put my Zacian VSTAR in the active spot. There's a Klinklang, but no Evolution Incense. Or no rare candies, what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me just evolve this guy then. Let me put Snorlax in our bench. And since they already evolved into Samurott VSTAR, we don't have to worry about them discarding our tool card. So I'll just put the Choice Belt there. And it's hit and miss, really. We just need 1 more energy to start attacking. Let me just use Professor's Research then. Bro, we got a Klinklang. Alright, let's go. Let me go ahead and evolve this guy. Yes. Alright. 3 metal energies. Put 1 metal energy here. Water energy here. Metal energy here. And then attach for turn here. Alright, we already used 1 metal saucer, so we should be fine. Just gonna thin out my deck. Get rid of Zacian V to get another Zacian V. And we're just going to Break Edge. 230 damage is pretty good. What we could do is Boss's Order their Eternatus VMAX to deal a knockout. Okay, they have Skuntank. So Zacian VSTAR is basically the VMAX killer. VMAX hunter. They have Professor's Research. Dread and for 80 damage, not quite enough. And what we're gonna do here, guys, is just put this energy. We don't even need to use Boss's Orders. And we're just gonna use Sword Star. We're dealing enough damage to knock out their Eternatus VMAX for 3 prizes. Not too bad, man. There you have it. Zacian VSTAR deals that knockout blow. Although, you know, Giratina VSTAR can also deal pretty much the same thing because it just instantly knocks out your opponent's Pokemon. At this point, I don't know if my opponent can even recover. So they're probably just gonna concede at this point, but we'll see. Yeah, the performance of Pokemon TCG Live it's alright. It's alright. It works, but there are a lot of glitches for sure. But yeah, the background is a little bit annoying, is what's getting to me. Okay, they're gonna use Merciless Blade, 180 damage to knock out my Zacian VSTAR. And what we're gonna do is just knock out their Hisuian Samurott VSTAR by using our Zacian here. And let's see what we could do. We can play this Zacian V, use Metal Saucer, accelerate this energy, attach for turn, coding energy. So we need one more metal energy to deal enough damage, and we're just gonna break edge, knock out this Hisuian Samurott V for 2 more prizes, and all we need to do is target one more. We have Boss's Order in our hand, and we should be good. That's gonna win us the game. So not too bad. Against other V-Star Pokemon, Zacian V-Star is actually really good. Against V or VMAX Pokemon, Zacian V-Star is really good. Against other single prize builds, this one doesn't do too well because we're only taking 1 prize at a time, while my opponent takes multiple prizes. And we could try tanking hits, but it's really not gonna work for the most part. So yeah, at least we have it as an option to deal a knockout blow, and to have an unblockable attack is actually really good, especially against Miltank. So that's that. Bro, even this dark type background is a little bit dizzying. It looks like a I don't know. It's like, oh man, it's really hard to look at. There must be a way to turn it off, or they need to make a way to turn it off. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much game. All I have to do is use Boss Order to get their Crobat V. That's the only one that has less HP for us to use Break Edge to knock it out for the win. And there you have it, guys. Zacian V-Star, not too bad. Getting our last prize. PTCG Live, though, is horrible. I hate to admit it. Hopefully it gets better from here, but we'll have to see. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.